Hey everyone, and welcome back to another explainer. So, have you ever wondered what it would be like to literally read the minds of the entire planet in real time? Just tapping into the collective consciousness of billions of people at once? Well, actually, you don't need telepathy for that. You just need to look at search data. Today, we're cracking open the ultimate dashboard of human curiosity to see exactly what makes the world tick right now.
To truly wrap our heads around the scale we're dealing with here, just drop this massive statistic into your brain. 100 billion visits per month. I mean, that is staggering. This isn't just a website anymore. Google is essentially the unrivaled dashboard for human attention. Think about it. Every passing thought, burning question, and random late-night anxiety is being typed right into that little box.
But what are the vast majority of people actually looking for? Honestly, the basics. Our top 5 global searches right now are YouTube, Amazon, Facebook, Google, and Gmail. And yeah, I know, searching for Google on Google is pretty wild, but it happens all the time. These are basically just the massive navigational tools that we rely on every single day to get around the internet.
Section 1. Culture and real time. What we're obsessed with right now. Okay, let's dive into this. Because looking past those everyday navigational tools reveals something super fascinating. On one side, you have this massive, predictable mainstream traffic, your YouTubes and Amazons. But on the other, you get these wild breakout niche trends skyrocketing out of absolutely nowhere. We're talking searches for things like remineralizing gum exploding by 5,100% and soursop bitters up over 1,000%. It's crazy. The data manages to capture both our totally predictable global habits and our incredibly specific obsessions all at once.
And this hyperspecificity, it hits the sports zeitgeist perfectly. During the 2026 NBA Finals between the Spurs and the Knicks, fans aren't just broadly searching for the teams. Breakout stars are completely dominating the global search bar. Guys like Victor Wembanyama, Jalen Brunson, and Jeremy Sochin. The dashboard tells us instantly, in real time, exactly whose jersey everyone wants to buy.
And speaking of jerseys, because 2026 is the first time the Knicks and Spurs have met in the finals since 1999, there is this massive 90s nostalgia spike happening right alongside the live games. Queries like, who made NBA jerseys in the 90s are hitting all-time highs as people actively hunt down vintage 1999 gear online. It's just a perfect example of how a present-day event triggers this huge wave of historical curiosity.
All right, shifting gears to summer getaways, the 2026 travel data reveals exactly how our habits are changing. Searches for AI travel assistant jumped an incredible 350% as people are clearly looking to tech to plan their getaways. But simultaneously, solo travel hit a 15-year high, combined with record searches for travel groups and a 100% spike in slow travel Italy. So we're seeing this massive real-time shift toward independent but highly immersive trips.
But it's not all just fun and vacations. The dashboard impartially mirrors exactly what the world is looking at. Live data from June 13th shows massive spikes for Indian cricket captain Rohit Sharma, sitting right alongside heavy global news like the West Bengal election, Donald Trump, and FIFA World Cup locations. It doesn't take sides, right? It just neutrally and instantly reflects our collective global attention.
Section 2. Predicting the present. The Economist's cheat code.
So, Google Trends isn't just some pop culture mirror. It's literally a real-time cheat code for predicting the economy. And this brilliantly illustrates that point. Searches for the word coupon naturally map perfectly to shopping seasons like the holidays. But crucially, you also see massive spikes during economic downturns. This isn't lagging government data that comes out months later. This is consumers telling us right now that they are tightening their belts today.
And this builds incredibly when we look at big-ticket items like automobiles. Economists have actually proven that search volumes for specific car brands like Chevrolet and Toyota align incredibly tightly with actual real-world car sales. Think about that. By tracking these searches, researchers can forecast vehicle sales weeks before official manufacturer reports are even released to the public.
And yeah, for sure, this exact same predictive power applies to the massive housing market. By tracking specific search terms like rental listings and real estate agencies, forecasters can gauge buyer intent in real time. If searches for property management and rental listings start fluctuating, housing sales closely follow. It's basically an economic crystal ball powered entirely by our own keyboards.
Section 3. Winning the SEO game. How startups survive 2026. Now, what's really interesting about this is how founders are adapting. If search intent dictates the economy, how do businesses actually win the game today? Because it is a whole new world out there. The old way of getting noticed, pumping out generic mass AI copy just to trick the algorithm, that tactic is completely dead. The 2026 reality is entirely about trust, branded search, and human reviews. Systems now actively filter out that recycled junk, and they're looking for real signals that your business is genuine and actually useful.
So how do you actually prove that trust to both the machines and the users? Well, you use the exact content formats that win high-intent SEO right now. Expert explainers, comparison pages, original research, and case studies. These formats win because they get easily cited by AI systems. They provide specific, real-world value that generic copy-pasted text simply cannot match. And the ultimate goal here? It's building what's called branded demand. This happens when users search for your specific company name after encountering you somewhere else. Maybe they heard you on a podcast, saw a viral LinkedIn post, or caught you in some niche media. In 2026, getting people to bypass those generic category searches and look for you by name, that is absolutely the most valuable business asset you can possibly have.
Let's move to Section 4 and see how this builds. The future of search, zero-click, and beyond. Look, if you take only one thing away from our deep dive today, it absolutely should be this. Search in 2026 is an influence system. It is no longer just typing a question and getting 10 blue links back. It's a massive, multi-platform ecosystem. Visibility on places like Reddit, in user reviews, and in AI-generated overviews is absolutely crucial now. Frankly, if you aren't building a recognizable brand across all of those touchpoints, you basically don't exist.
Which brings us to the ultimate question. We've looked at the entire planet's data today, right? Everything from 90s basketball nostalgia to predicting auto sales and mastering modern startup strategy. But what about you? What does your search history say about you? If this global dashboard is a mirror reflecting our deepest curiosities, fears, and intentions, what is your little slice of the data predicting about your own future? Think about it. Thanks so much for diving into the data with me today, and I'll see you in the next explainer.